I'm trying to remember something. Nishka, you're in a Hadja shirt.
Hajduk, yeah. Hajduk split.
Told you.
Good afternoon, guys. Welcome to Off the Post. Hello, Nishka. Hello, Hoosie. Welcome. We are back with episode 2. How are we going, guys?
Tired after this morning's game. Yeah, but doing well.
Good man. I'm going to try and get this right. That might be better. We might just remove that one. There we go. We've got some results there. Okay, cool. Well, we'll talk about that in a sec. All right. Welcome everyone to Off the Post. Tonight we are talking about the recap of Match Week 2, Game of the Week, Transfer Gossip, preview Match Week number 3, and the showdown between Liverpool versus Arsenal. First of all, guys, how did we find the first week of results this week?
You go first, Susie?
Yeah, well, I'm got a mouthful.
He's eating.
I'm eating, yeah.
Did you get those chicken nuggets?
Sure did.
Ooh.
Good man.
It's only walking distance. Nishka knows where it is.
Feel like a baby. Oh, spitting them all on the keyboard.
That could be me after this.
It was a very interesting,
actually quite nice, actually.
Very interesting mix of results this week. I reckon Liverpool were a bit lucky this morning, that's for sure. 10-man Newcastle. Big shock of the week. Tottenham beating Man City at the Etihad. Big shock, in my opinion. And Arsenal leads, don't really need to say much. We all expected it. Probably could have been a lot more, but yeah. Mishka?
Not me. I didn't expect that. I expected them to put up some sort of a resistance, but they didn't. They whimpered like a little girl. The Tottenham game was a massive surprise there, doing them at the Etihad. Another surprise, probably Sunderland. They started like a house on fire, but they were pretty average against Burnley. Also, Everton turning it around against Brighton was a big result for them to get their season kick-started, I think. And, yeah, my prediction of the same old United came to fruition.
Yeah. Interesting week of results. I'll go over it very, very quickly. Obviously, West Ham, actually went 1-0 up by an absolute superb goal from Paqueta. I think he scored 35 yards, top bins, great finish. Actually went 2-1 up, but then the second goal was offside. The guy was doing a nice little dance. Falkirk was doing a nice little dance and celebration on the sideline just to say, "Hey mate, you're offside." I bet he felt like a right idiot after he done that, but it is what it is, and this is the problem with VAR. You can score a goal, and 9 times out of 10, it may not be a goal or may not. But that would have changed the dynamics of that game, I think, massively, with West Ham going 2-1 up. But unfortunately, that wasn't the case, and Chelsea just came back with force and dominated it, and another derby as well. The second one, obviously, Man City and Tottenham. I think everyone thought Man City at Etihad would win that. But yeah, unfortunately, that wasn't the case. And Johnson and their new signing in Polino scored as well, which was a great. Even though I hate Spurs, and I will continue to hate Spurs until I die, but a great result for them, especially with Thomas Frank's second game in charge. Did probably bottled it. As you probably say, as an Arsenal fan, we've bottled it a few times as well against PSG in the UEFA Super Cup. But no, great result, and definitely back to the drawing board for Pep. On to the next game. I'll let you move it over. Thank you very much. Lovely for the adverts there. Bournemouth and Wolves. Wolves just seriously just seem to be struggling. They've got the players, but just can't seem to finish. And it was a very early goal there for Bournemouth, and a good result for them, for the fatality. And Brentford as well. Very surprising to see them beat Villa. Villa look like they're in a lot of trouble. Don't know where they're going to end up. Burnley, real good performance from them. Didn't think they would win that. Obviously thought Sunderland would. Fantastic result for Arsenal against Leeds. Definitely at home, and obviously dominating their 5-0, which is fantastic to see. And also Gyökeres getting onto the score sheet as well. And also great to see Max Dowman. Crystal Palace and Forest. I thought that Forest would dominate that game. I was quite surprised to see a draw there. Great to see Everton win on their new ground as well. So congratulations. And Jack Grealish getting 2 assists. Fantastic from him. Poor from Brighton. And Man United, Sesko on the bench again, which I do want to touch base with you guys on this. Fulham have always been the bogey side for Man United. To get a result there was obviously a good result. 2-1 could have been to United if Fernandes puts the penalty in, but he doesn't. He skies it. And then obviously the game this morning, Newcastle and Liverpool, St James Park, a lot going on there at the moment with the Isak transfer gossip. Is he staying? Is he going? Is he going to not play again for them? And it looked like it was going to be a 2-2. But unfortunately, just leaving that edge of the gap there with them, then I think Liverpool got the good result there in the end. But they'll definitely be worried that they're conceding a lot of goals. So, yeah, that's my thoughts on match week number 2.
Yeah, that was a good summary there, Shay, I reckon. Yeah, I didn't touch on that Liverpool game too much, but yeah, it's pretty disappointing there. That whole second half, they were down to 10 men and pretty much dominated us, dominated the ball, and yeah, we would have been lucky to get away with the draw, let alone the win.
What about you, Hoosie? What was your thoughts? Because this is probably one of the biggest showdowns of the week, with all the drama that's been going on with Isak. How did you feel that this game was going to go? Even though we've got the result now, but how did you think it was going to go?
I really thought Liverpool would have ran over him like we did the Leeds, to be fair. The way they played week 1 to come into this, to then be saved by a 16-year-old that no one's actually heard of, to score their last goal in Fergie time. Yeah. It probably will kick him in the gear for next week, I reckon. Be a big, okay.
Yes.
It's 4 goals, though, Nishka. It's 4 goals conceded in 2 games. It's not good.
The big concern for me was it almost looked like once they had the red card and we got the second goal, it's kind of like we I don't know, switched off and we just let them do what they want, even with the 10 men. And it's quite disappointing that we didn't just run away with it and do similar to what Arsenal did and put 5 goals on them. But yeah, 3 points nonetheless, and we move forward.
What were your thoughts on Wirtz, his second performance in the Premier League?
It looks like he's going to take some time, doesn't it? He's wasn't very good again.
It's definitely not the Wirtz we've seen, that's for sure.
Nah, you see this off a lot of players, though, don't you? They come from the Bundesliga, they come to the Prem. It's a different league. I think it's a lot more physical coming to the Prem. Sometimes it takes players a little bit of time to adjust. Sometimes they never adjust. So just be, yeah. But for that price tag, I hope he does.
Do you feel you're missing Frimpong or Trent in that match?
Yeah, we're definitely missing Frimpong.
Because you have Ceballos out on right back instead of in the middle.
Yeah. Well, that's not a natural position for him. So Curtis Jones is very, very average in my opinion this game. Yeah, definitely missing full. I'm surprised they didn't just play Connor Bradley from the start. I think he come on in the second half there.
Yeah, came on the 80th minute.
Yeah, so yeah, pretty surprised about that.
SJ, your thoughts?
I'll put a message into the chat, actually. Do Liverpool need to fix the defence? I think that's the main problem. We're looking at now, 4 goals in 2 games. Bournemouth 2, could have actually been a draw in that if it wasn't, lucky near the end. And it's 2 late goals, and it seems like a little bit of a worry. You can have everything up of attack, but you don't have then the balance in the rest of the field. And it seems to me that Liverpool have got that striker that they're probably after. Nunes couldn't hit barn door, unfortunately, and they got rid of him. They shipped him out. He's gone to Saudi Arabia. They've got in Hugo. I'm just going to call him Hugo because I can't pronounce that last name.
TK, he's good.
TK,
like him.
But he's scoring, isn't he? He has 2 goals, and he's putting the ball in the net, which Nunes couldn't do. So they've got that. But defence, they just don't look compacted. They don't look the Liverpool that we've seen. Van Dijk just looks too blasé. If Gordon gets that tackle right, Van Dijk loses that ball and Newcastle make on the break. But he gets it wrong, he falls over, and unfortunately they VAR and they give it a red card. And that moment, it changes the whole game. Because I guarantee you, if they had Gordon for the rest of the game, I think it would have been a draw. I think it would have been 2-2. So for me, all this Isak, I think they need to put it to bed. Like, I don't think they need him personally, and I think run with what you've got and go for Mark Gray from Crystal Palace. You need another defender, with Van Dijk, and at the moment, Canade just doesn't seem to be it. You've got the injury of Frank Pong as well, and Kirkers was awful. He was not good. He just looked like he got dominated. So.
He looks like a fish out of water at Liverpool at the moment. So he might be another one. It might take him a little bit of time to settle in. But it was interesting to me that we had Joe Gomez and we had Conor Bradley on the bench, and we didn't start either of them, and we're putting Szoboszlai at fullback. I don't get it. It doesn't make sense to me. So yeah, Curtis Jones average in that midfield there. That's where we lost the game. We didn't lose the game, but that's where we were getting dominated in the game. We just Garage and Tonali, they were ruthless in there, and we had no answers for it. Gravenberch tried hard, but yeah, the rest of them need to have a good look in the mirror. The ones in the middle there. I think that's where it all started, but obviously defense looks shaky.
Yep. No, I'm totally in agreement with that, and I think let's talk a little bit about the Tottenham and Man City game. I think it was probably one of the surprises of the week.
Yeah, well, definitely be a restart for Pep. He probably wasn't expecting to see that come out. But also, they're not. Edison still isn't back, so he's still sitting on the bench.
It's got to be
that captain's and that he usually carries. Having that leadership is out the window at the moment.
He's got to be gone, doesn't he? The way it looks.
Yeah, he's right here.
I'd say so. That's why they've signed Trafford, haven't they? But just like stupid mistakes. Playing the ball 5 yards out, to a defender, they ask for the ball and then it's like, oh no, not me. But clear it then. Why are you doing it when the guy's under pressure? And Gundogan is not the quickest on his feet. It's just, I don't get it. Like, and there's a lot of clubs that do it, and I think Man City are they're their own fault, really. They're the players. I know that Pep can't really do much because he's on the sidelines, but Man City lost that game. The players lost that game because they made stupid mistakes. And they switched off on the offside trap, didn't they, for Brendan Johnson? And
Brendan Johnson, yeah.
As you know, the VAR, as always, they will let it continue, and it was onside. And I think Spurs were probably a little bit like, wow, we can't believe this. We're 1-0 up against City at the Etihad, which is unheard of.
As Pep, when do you think you'd starting Rodri again? Because I reckon they're also missing him and KDB in the middle completely.
Pep's got this one wrong. This game here, the team you put out, you're playing Tottenham. You're not playing Wolves. And look at the midfield that he's put out. He's put out all the new boys, And look who you got sitting on. Look who you got sitting on the bench there. You got Bernardo Silva. You got Rodri. You got the guys that continually get it done, sitting on the bench against one of the bigger clubs in the Premier League. You just get it. I think he's got it wrong there.
Yeah, I agree. 'Cause especially you got the boys on the bench that have Premier League proven, and everyone that started in that midfield, this is their first season in the Prem.
Yeah.
And you got these boys here, the championship proven even. Some of those boys were in that squad when they won the league and the Champions League.
I think, inject one or two of them straight in there. Yeah, but that's a whole new midfield pretty much right there for them, and in a big game for them, really, that they need 3 points there.
You go like for like.
Mm.
That's how I would do it. So if we were just going to touch base on that now, while we're looking at that formation, front back four,
it's nearly the same.
Lewis doesn't look strong there. They need a right back. Nah, and Rodri needs to get time under his belt, and they've got no right back. Who is their right back? Who have they got as a right back? They're playing. If you scroll down just to the subs, they're playing Matheus Nunes, aren't they? At the moment, right back. He's gone from a CM to a right back, which I don't understand. He's a midfielder. It says midfielder. You're playing him right back. They've got no right back. They're in trouble. That they need to act in the transfer market and get a right back as soon as possible.
Yeah,
and there's few out there.
I say the Kedge is probably on his way out as well. He's going to Crystal Palace, I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
Yeah, it's looking likely.
I'll be very interested to see what happens to Edison.
I think he's going to go to Galatasaray.
Yeah.
That was the rumour.
I think he's gone.
But is Gonzalez... And this is another thing, right? We'll touch base on this. Last week, Reinders, quality against Wolves. He was non-existent in this game.
Yeah, I think Tottenham came out with a plan after watching. They were done all their video studies and everything else. From what I was seeing, they literally just had Sarr following Reinders everywhere. Every time he got the ball, Sarr was there.
Question, right? Honest, right? Does that front four worry you?
Which one? The City?
Mamouche, Reinders, Cherki, and Bob.
No.
Yeah, that's the... Yeah. And you being a Liverpool fan, Nishka?
It doesn't worry me. I'd be worried if Doku was out wide there.
Yeah,
he's
100%.
very dangerous. He should have been starting. Jeremy Doku.
You move Doku out here, put Bernardo back in here with Reinders and Rodri in there, then I'll start being worried.
It's completely different. So even if you just take either one of those out, Cherki or Reinders or Gonzalez, you take one of them out of there and you put either a Rodri or Bernardo Silva in there with that experience, it's a different team.
No, I play Foden.
Foden too, yeah. You got they got options. I just think for this game here against Tottenham, a big game, he's got it all wrong. That's Pep that's got that all wrong.
That's back to the drawing board for next week.
I think they're in trouble. I really I've put it in the comments to see if anyone's commented. I'm in trouble, and I think they are. I don't think they've got the depth. I think Kevin De Bruyne, as we know, is absolutely fantastic. He can pick a pass, he can pick someone out, and that's what Haaland needs. Have they got that? No, they haven't got it, and that's the problem. And they've got Rodri that's coming back from a bad injury. They've got to put him back into that team. Yeah, they got Nico Gonzalez, which is a young player. You know, they bought Cherki, they bought Nanuri, and they bought Reinders. But Cherki was rubbish. Cherki did nothing in that game. You know, and you've got Doku, which is great. One-on-one, he's fantastic. His final ball is horrendous. You know, and you got Foden on the bench, and you're looking at that top four, and you're thinking, Bob, he doesn't look strong. Yeah, Haaland, we know how big Haaland is, but if Haaland doesn't have the service, and this was exactly like last week with Gyökeres, who didn't have the service, you know, they're not going to do anything. And Haaland didn't do anything, you know, and he's going to get very frustrated and think, well, if I'm not getting the service, I'm going to go somewhere else where I want the service. And Pep's then going to have the problem of trying to find another striker like Haaland. So I think Man City are in a little bit of problems if they don't fix that midfield and that defence.
Well, you got this man right here that you can't see it. That's a shame.
Do you think the lineup was just an overreaction to what happened at Wolves? Like rewarding Cherki with a starting spot, coming on scoring a junk time goal against Wolves.
They are missing this man right here.
Yeah,
100%.
De Bruyne, 100%. 100%.
He's off to a flyer in the Serie A. I actually watched that game the other night.
But it's slower. It's slower. And that's
Yeah.
the problem. He's too old.
Yeah, but even with him being old, he still last season was that main producer for Man City.
Yeah, but he could play 90 minutes, Susie. He
can't even
he
run.
ain't got it. He ain't got it. And, and now with all the players being brought in through all the clubs, they're younger, they're quicker, they're fast. You got to keep up with it. And you don't get me wrong, De Bruyne has been in the Premier League for a long, long time, and he was fantastic. And he's probably done everything he can for Man City, and he needs something else. That's why Scott McTominay left. And I think Man United probably can't believe that about him, so... Anyway, we could talk a lot about Man City and continue. Let's go over to the next game, Man United and Fulham, and I'm shocked. I like Ruben Amorim, but why aren't you starting why aren't you starting Sesko? Like what are you doing? Like Mason Mount again? He's not a striker. Like what's going on here? Like, did Man United lose this game again because of this stupidity? And they're saying already, there's memes laughing at Man United. The front three haven't created anything already, and we're 2 games in.
They can't create. They just can't. They got nothing.
Their only goal against Fulham was an own goal.
Yeah, Fulham had to score it for them. Unbelievable.
That just says it all, doesn't it?
They're struggling. They're struggling to find goals. It's hard to see where the goals are going to come from. Defensively, I don't think they're too bad. It's they're lacking creativity in this team.
I will be worried to see United versus one of the top 6. If they can't beat a team like Fulham, they come up against Liverpool, they come up against Tottenham, they come against Arsenal, or I'm going to regret saying this, City, I reckon it'll be a whitewash.
The thing I look at with United, right? I look at their starting lineup and I go, well, where's their creativity there? Maybe Bruno Fernandes can maybe pull a few strings, and then I look at their bench, and I go, who on there creates a spark? I'm looking at these players and I'm going, they're not one. I look at this team and I go, not one of these players would start in Liverpool lineup. That's where I see. That's how I look at them.
This who I was surprised. This would have been very interesting to watch.
Oh yeah, and Jimenez didn't play.
No.
And then Anthony Robinson, and we'll obviously talk about transfer gossip later. But there's 3 players on there that didn't play: Raul Jimenez, Harry Wilson, and Adama Traore. Why didn't they play them?
They weren't worried.
They didn't need to.
They didn't need to.
Well, they did play them in the end. And Errol Smith Rowe as well, and he was the one that got the goal. Yeah. Like, there's problems, and they've spent all this money on the front 3 that we've seen, and they're doing nothing. And again, he's put Sesko on the bench, and he came on and did exactly the same as what Gyökeres did against United. Nothing. And everyone's going, we dodged a bullet. Anyone started chanting songs, I just think, I look at United, I'm thinking, should have won the game though. Bruno Fernandes should have scored a penalty and it should have been 2-1 game over. But unfortunately, that's not the case, and that's football. But why aren't you starting that striker? Like, seriously, are you telling me he's not had enough time now? Bad decisions.
I don't know where they go to from here. United, I don't know. I'd be pulling my hair out if I was a United fan. And well, enough's got to be enough at some point, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It does indeed. Okay. All right. We'll go over to our next biggest game, which was the highest scoring game of the week. It was the Arsenal versus Leeds. I'm not going to say too much, as we did do the old watch along, which was great. I did love it. I did really enjoy that. And what a watch along that was, Nishka. Talk us about the Arsenal versus Leeds game. And you, Uzi, when you were there.
Yeah, it was a really dominant performance from Arsenal. Real workmanlike. They just did what they had to do. They just kept pressing away. Wasn't wouldn't say it was overly dominant. Would you boys say it was like overly dominant? I thought
No.
I thought they just did what they had
Well,
to do, and the goals just kept coming. I think
the
Leeds
first half,
just invited it.
the first half wasn't as dominant, but whatever Mikel Arteta said in the change rooms, they definitely came out fire in that second half.
Yeah, I thought once they made those couple of substitutions, they brought the I forget the young fella's name,
Max Dillman.
and Waneri. Those two guys injected a bit for Arsenal. I thought Odegaard wasn't. I don't know. I know he got that knock, but he wasn't really ripping the game apart. He wasn't doing much. I thought Zubimendi was very good for Arsenal. I thought he was probably player of the game for me, to be honest. And then I don't know. It looks scary now. Gyökeres. I think now that he's scored that goal, he's got that goal under his belt. He looks like he's off to the races now, I reckon.
It's going to be very interesting to see how Liverpool deal with him next week.
He's a big man.
I'm pretty sure it's the same height as Van Dijk.
He's a big man, but he's double the speed of Van Dijk.
He's bulky. He's going to be a striker that's going to cause a lot of defenders a lot of problems because he's a big bloke. You know, you pushed. What was it? I can't think it was. It was someone off the ball very, very easily. I think it was against United. Just De Ligt just threw him off the ball. Like, get out of the way, mate. You know. Difference between the two teams that we've just spoken about, Man United. Arsenal play Gyökeres at home. You know that they saw last week, struggled. You know, and did look like a rabbit in headlights, you know, coming into the Premier League. And this is the thing, we've said this before, you either make it or you don't. You're a hero or you're a flop, you know, and there's been so many heroes and there's been so many flops. But the difference between the two managers is that Arteta gives Gyökeres the chance at home and it works. Man United don't and it backfires. So how much confidence does that go for Gyökeres going into next week?
You could see it even like just during the game, like in the game when they started against Leeds. In that first half, he still looked like that deer in the headlights. But once you sort of started dominating the ball, dominating the possession in their half, and you started getting the wingers on the ball. The thing that I liked was they didn't take him off; they left him on. And then he got his goal. Once he got that goal, he looked like he wanted to be in everything. Then it's like he turned into a different player in the space of 70 minutes of a game. He just he looked like he's off now.
Was amazing.
Yeah, Zubimendi was fantastic. I don't know. Declan Rice, he was okay. He was okay. Calafiori probably he made a few mistakes. He'd want to get back, but yeah.
No,
Timber,
I think he's been brilliant.
Great.
I think he's been really good. Sorry, Nishka, on that. I think Calafiori's been great. 2 games seems real. Looks like he's going to have a good season. Can get on the scoring sheet. Yeah, it does make mistakes, but that's in his game. It's like any other player. But he puts he puts in a work. He's really given Miles Lewis-Skelly a competition in that left back at the moment, even though they're playing Monesco in MLS in midfield, but he's on the score sheet as well, so he can give us more goals. Just like Gabriel is fantastic in the box. We know that Zubimendi's passing range is fantastic. Declan Rice can drive. You know, you've got the 2 wingers; they can drive at people and score goals, and then you've got obviously the striker, which is clinical. So we're starting to see where the goals are coming from. The question is. You know, like Timber, he got 2 goals. You know, he's a right back, and he's had serious problems with injuries. You know, so it seems like that everyone is, and this is the thing with Arsenal, unlike Liverpool and City, that they rely on Haaland, and Haaland will score you goals, Salah will score you goals. Arsenal comes from everywhere. It comes from defence, it comes from midfield, it comes from striker. And last season, the problem was it wasn't coming enough. It wasn't coming enough from the wingers. It wasn't coming enough from the striker. It's a team. It all comes from everywhere. And you look at the score, Timber, defender, 2 goals. Saka, winger, 1 goal. And Gyökeres, 2 goals. You know, everyone is really helping and scoring the goals. And I think that is what we've needed. And I think going into this season, we've got so much more depth on the bench and on the starting 11 as well. If you're looking at the bench, you look at who's going to come on and who's, if you just want to scroll down on the bench, you've got Martinelli, impact player, defender, Jacob Kiwa, he can come on and help. Trossard, he scores normally every time he comes on as a substitute. And you talked about Ethan, he done a lot more than what Odegaard did. Mikel Merino can score goals, and Max Dowman won the penalty. So there's impact players there, and you've now got Eze to jump into that, as well. So the depth is phenomenal compared to what we've had before, when we've had 4 players from the under-21s.
Yeah, I'm interested to. Oh yeah, I totally agree with you. Is there? I'm interested to know what you boys think heading into the Liverpool game now with the injury to Saka. How's that front 3 going to look? We're happy with Matchweek starting, and who's going to start instead of Saka there now?
It'd be you probably start Martinelli or Trossard or even Ethan. Because Ethan was last season Saka's replacement. Because how bad is that injury, do we know?
Who's who? Which player?
Saka.
3 to 4 weeks.
Do they have the faith in Max Dowman?
No.
No?
Too young. Gets injured, then what? He's 15 years of age. Do you put that pressure on someone that, you don't want to then substitute Max Dowman for Saka and play him and then do him over with injuries? I think we've got the depth. If for me, I'd go with Martinelli, Madueke, and Gyökeres. Because Eze is going to play in the middle anyway, because Odegaard's not going to be playing, I don't think. So there you go. You've already seen a rotation already. But you've got to take into account that these guys haven't played with each other yet. Eze hasn't played with this team.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about Eze. Duh.
I think
No.
I think Odegaard getting injured saved you guys a headache.
I rate him. I think he gets a lot of stick. I really do. I think off the ball, the guy's work rate is like Carlos Tevez when he played for Man United. He was a workhorse off the ball. He would chase everything down. But just when he's got the ball, he's looking for that pass. We know he's a very technical player, but it always seems it's too bloody late. He doesn't do it early enough. It's like, hang on, shit. It just seems it's always too late. And then he gets so many people just come at him. And he doesn't shoot enough. And we saw in Man United and we saw in the Leeds game, he's shooting a lot more, which is good. So bring that into your game and release the pass a lot quicker. And I think, that's what Ozil was so good at. Ozil could see the pass, release it, boom. And that's why he was one of the top assisters in the world, because he was so good at finding a pass. And that's what we're probably looking at with Odegaard. It's just not there yet. That's my opinion.
I wouldn't say I've watched him as closely as how you watch him. I just the thing that I struggle to see is how him and Eze both fit into the same team, and then who doesn't fit into the structure to fit both of them in if they do both play. That's the thing that I'm struggling. That's more what I mean by the headache that they're going to have now.
To be fair, I don't see Eze playing anywhere in here. I really don't. I reckon he'll be here.
Where?
Right here. This will be Eze.
No, I don't think it will.
Only because when he plays in England, he's on the wing. When he's been at Crystal Palace, he was on the wing. Not once do you really see him play in that midfield role unless they turned it to a 2 up front and he played as a natural cam.
They want to play him as a winger. They've already said that.
Mm.
I think I'm sorry to say it, I don't want to go over Arsenal too much. I think Martinelli's time's up. I think we need to replace Martinelli. I think if we do not sign a left winger, we could be ole bloody second again, because we need someone that is going to turn a game upside down at the click of a hat, like Saka. We need another Saka. We've got the rotation for Saka. Matchweek is the replacement for Saka, so he doesn't get it. Well, so he does get injured, but unfortunately he is injured. That's the replacement, right? Who can fit that gap? There's only two players for me. Well, there's actually three players. There's Rafael Leao from AC Milan, right? There's Semedo from Bournemouth, and there's Rodrigo. They're the three that I would be going for to replace Martinelli.
I would add Williams into that as well.
He ain't going
That's
anywhere.
Rafael Leao, you're paying 100+ million.
Mm-hmm.
You're not. No, you're not. You're paying 62 mil. They want
Surely.
62 mil for him.
Is that it?
Yeah.
You're paying that to get that guy.
You are, aren't you? Look at
Yeah.
him. But is he a winger though? Because now he's playing up front for AC Milan. You know, and do you rely on Martinelli? His work rate is great, but his final ball, his clinical finishing, he runs down with his head. It doesn't seem to me that he's going to be the one. Matchweek coming into the game, yet Leeds United, we started him. We'll wait and see. We're going to wait and see what these guys do against the big boys. You know, the top four. The Chelsea, the Man City, the Liverpool. You know, that's who we've got to see. And if Matchweek plays against Liverpool and he does really well, then there we go. We could probably rely on Matchweek for the next couple of weeks while Saka's out injured. But transfer market's closing very, very soon. And I think it's a week. Rodrigo doesn't know what he wants to do. No one's really making any decisions what they want to do with him. He's playing on the bench. I don't think Alonso has him in his locker what he wants to do with him. Go and get him. Or go and pay the money and get Leao. Or, even better, go and get a Premier League proven player like Semedo, because he is class. That guy wants to play for Arsenal. I just think that Bournemouth are going to want too much money, and I just don't think it. I think they wanted 93 million for him, which you're not paying that. You're not paying that. That's my opinion.
No way.
I just think we're missing that. And now Saka's out. Who have we got? You know, we've got people that we could bring in, but we don't have that player. And I think that's what we're missing. That's what I think, Husey. Honestly.
Yeah, I can agree. It's just,
all right. Well, there you go. We've talked enough about Arsenal. It's not an Arsenal podcast. Let's talk about transfer gossip. There's a lot going on at the moment. Tottenham seem to be wanting every single person, but they don't seem to get them, apparently. The last two players that they've been linked with were Paz from Como, but he doesn't look like he doesn't look like he's going to go. It looks like he's actually going to go to Real Madrid. And they're trying to get Savino from City. Do you think City will let Savino go if they pay the money?
Honestly, I don't know. Honestly, do not know.
What about you, Nishka?
I don't know. I don't know as well. I'm not sure.
I don't think City can afford to let anyone go at the moment.
Well, they've let Grealish go. They've got Cherky. They've got Reinders. They've got Foden. They've got Doku. Is he in their plans? If you've got a guy that's on the wing, he's not going to play him. He's probably not in your plans. And Tottenham are going to try and break the bank and offer 70 million for him. It's a lot of money. Don't get me wrong. And Tottenham need someone. They're desperate. You know, they don't think that they can rely on Johnson and Kudus. And Kulusevski is out again for a long period of time. They've got no CAM. You know, they're at all.
I've seen something about them maybe pursuing Lucas Paqueta from West Ham.
Yes, and 3 teams and for him. Villa as well. And Palace.
So he'd be a good fit at Spurs, I think.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yep. Him and Kudus played together at West Ham.
Yep.
I could see that happening. What about you, Hughesy? Paqueta, Tottenham?
Very hard to say. Yeah.
I know they've
Everyone needs someone, but at the moment, it doesn't really seem like there's much movement of who people actually want.
Okay.
I know they're looking at Xavi Simons as well.
Yeah, he's going to Chelsea.
Yeah.
That's done.
So, yeah, I don't know. It looks like everybody that they're looking towards, they just seem to be going elsewhere. It's a bit of tail of this transfer window for Spurs, isn't it?
Well, the news just dropped today. I don't know if you know this, Hughesy. You know the Ecuadorian defender for Bayer Leverkusen, Hincapi?
Yes.
Mate, he's coming to Arsenal, mate.
Since when?
Read the news, mate. Read the news. Loan obligation, apparently. So they're looking to loan him, and it's a separate deal from Rodrigo. They're looking at loaning him in, then obviously breaking or doing something. I don't know what they're going to do. We'll have to wait and see. But Tottenham went in for him, and he doesn't want to go to Tottenham.
No surprise.
So
no one wants to go to that shithole.
no, apparently this is the problem with Tottenham at the moment. They don't want to go there. So he's the latest player, and also another player from, I think, Amir Diaz from Corona, right back, which I can get why they're probably looking at him because of the injuries that Timber's had, but they're looking at him as well. The biggest one I'm going to talk to you guys about is Rodrigo. Where is this guy staying in Real Madrid, or is he going? We've got a week to go. Nishka,
I reckon he'll stay.
what's happening? Well, Lucy's already said it. Like, what do you think?
I think you end up staying. Eventually, you end up going. I think it's too late for him to get a move done somewhere that's going to be favourable to him. I think the thing I'll look at for, I know you're saying Arsenal pick it, go get him. If he's not a starter at Real Madrid, why should he be a starter at Arsenal? Is he the man?
Especially after we belted them in the Champions League.
That's my worry. For like a big club guy to get him, do you take the chance on? Well, he's sitting on the bench. Do you take the chance?
No, I think so. He goes straight in, left wing, boom, any day of the week. He's getting ahead of Martinelli.
In my opinion, though, but I reckon he's similar to Martinelli in the way he plays. It's just
clinical.
Martinelli has the Arsenal background, but Rodrigo has that Madrid touch, so he's used to having those big names behind him that can play the ball, which makes him look good. But now he's being replaced, so it's like, to my eyes, the way they play, two different leagues, it's very, very similar. Both Brazilian. When they play the national team, they both play the exact same role. So in my eyes, that's a waste of a transfer where we can just use Martinelli.
Yeah, I'm of the same opinion as Hughesy there. Like for Arsenal, I understand. Yeah, you might want a starting winger. Is he going to do better than Martinelli? I don't know. If I'm Man United and I like spending money, I'm going to get Rodrigo because they need someone like that. They got no spark. They got nothing.
Well, they're getting rid of all their sparks, aren't they? Like, if you were United at the moment, why would you get rid of Garnacho?
Yeah, well.
Why? Like, you've got no one. Rashford's gone. You've got Sesko, you're not playing. You've got Kuno that's just basically playing up front. He's not a striker. He's an attack midfielder. He played that way for Atletico Madrid. He played that way for Wolves. You're playing him up front. You're playing Mason Mount, which, I'm sorry, the guy spent more times injured. He's not for me. You know, you play Mbeumo, but when it comes up against the big teams, does he perform? Is he the player that's going to impact? You paid 72 million for him. You know, I think Brentford saw you coming there. For me, Martinelli, I think he reminds me a bit like HLN. Like he loves the badge, he loves playing for the club, but if we were to like capitalize on him, we've made our money on him. We bought him for 6 million. We sell him for 60 million. Result.
So I can agree with that. I really can, selling him. But at the same time, that 60 mil is going to cost us for Rodrigo, for instance. So I haven't seen any links about Leao, even though AC Milan also want to get rid of him because they want to. They got a couple of striker options that they want to actually get, who's an out-and-out striker, because they no longer play with wingers. That's the reason Leao has been moved to up top.
But they've got no Champions League football either. So that's another thing.
Here's another one though. Like at 69 million, what? Same countryman as Bruno Fernandes. Why is United not targeting a player like that?
Yeah, 100%.
That's what they need. They need that.
Martinelli at United.
No.
Leao.
Oh yeah,
69 million. Why are they? You'd be throwing 69 especially when you're spending 70 million on who they just spend 70 million? Sesko.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Like why are you spending 70 million on a player like that when you could get a guy who's going to link up well with Bruno Fernandes for 69 million, and he's an absolute gun.
definitely.
Got that nationality.
So
I think United's backroom, they're getting everything wrong over the last
couple of years.
For more than a couple of years, I reckon. More towards 10 years.
They've got no clue. They've got no clue. I do believe, I do agree with you on that. We'll touch base on the latest thing that's just been dropped as well. Nicholas Jackson has looked like it's been agreed to. He's going to Munich from Chelsea.
Well, that's an interesting one.
Chelsea again managing to get rid of players who are crap for top money. It just seems to be an ongoing thing with them. They just seem to do fantastic. How does this work? Like, seriously, they have the biggest squad and they get all this money for these players, which are, sorry to say, shite.
I think there's just some dodgy stuff going on in the back rooms there, I reckon. Chelsea have always been into that dodgy money, haven't they? So, I don't know. I think there's some dodgy stuff going on behind the scenes there. Good move for Nicholas Jackson, but he'll go there. Farmers League, boost his price again.
Well, I don't get
play
that.
number 2 to Harry Kane. Like, why would you? Yeah, no.
What I don't get. Yeah, I was going to say, they got Harry Kane. He's an out-and-out starter for Bayern Munich. So, how would you put him into your squad? You can't play wing. You got Diaz on one side, Sane on the other side. Where does he fit?
I like that. I like the transfer rumor on the right hand side of the.
Anyway, we'll get away from that so we don't get shut down. You can remove your share screen now, and you can go over to the Premier League results. Actually, match week 3. All right, so next topic before we do start to wrap it up, we have our next topic, which is Game of the Week. Game of the Week. What about you, Nishka? Game of the Week, who's it for you?
Bert.
Me or Husey? Who's going first?
You.
It's hard to go past this morning's game for me. I know we didn't play well, but the theatrics of it going down a man and then us nicking it late. It's probably the most exciting game out of all the games I watched this weekend.
Honestly, yeah.
Here they come again. Look in the background. Sorry, no, bloody cats.
I'm going to go with a shock. I'm an Arsenal fan by heart, but I'm going to give it to Tottenham for doing it over City at the Etihad.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. I think that's performance of the week for sure.
Yeah.
I've got to give it to the Arsenal. Got to give it to the Arsenal. 5-0 at Leeds, at home. Gyökeres, brace. Great to see. That's my game of the week. So
boring.
Only the Arsenal fans love that game. I wasn't here falling asleep in the second half.
Yeah, I'm surprised you were awake. We'll ask the guys, our audience, game of the week. Get your votes in. Game of the week. Put your comments in. Okay. All right. We'll go into match week number 3. So we've got some obviously big games. Match week number 2 is done and dusted. And we're going over to preview match week 3.
Hold on.
So
Give me a second.
How do we go with our results?
Yes.
Yes. Do we do that at the end? Or do it now?
You just go. I'll just go through some and say yes, no's, right, no's. You just keep going.
All right. Well, you go back. So are you gonna write them down?
No, you just keep talking about match week 3, and then I'll bring up the results from last week.
All right. Oh, cool. All right. All right. Game number 1 will be the first game of the week. Chelsea and Fulham. Another derby here, Nishka. How do you think this is going to go?
Yeah, Chelsea coming off a big win, but Fulham also a good result. This could be a little bit tighter than what people think. Should be in for a good game. First game of the week.
Yep, awesome. I also think we are going to see the first 3 points in the second game with Man United and Burnley. I think Man United are going to win that. That is going to probably be the first 3 points. And I guarantee you we will be seeing Sesko start that because it is at Old Trafford.
I have a feeling United will get this one done, but it won't be convincing, I don't think.
I disagree on that, and I'll talk to you about that when we do the predictions. Sunderland and Brentford. This will be a tough game. I think this will be a good game. Both teams have had an interesting start. Obviously, Sunderland losing their last game against Burnley, and Brentford winning. So Brentford will be on the up. But at home at the Stadium Light, that's going to be an epic showdown between them and Brentford, I think.
Yeah, it's going to be a really good game, I reckon. Be interesting to see how Brentford going away from home and Sunderland back at home. So, yeah, big points on the line for those two teams.
Definitely. And the next one, Tottenham and Bournemouth. Tottenham on good run at the moment, 2-2. Are they going to make it 3-3?
Yeah, Bournemouth's got off to a good start to the season. But yeah, you'd have to think Tottenham back at home after 2 really good wins. You think they'll be looking to take care of business again.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a tough game. I really do. I think Bournemouth are on good form at the moment. It'll be interesting. Wolves need to get a win, obviously, at their home ground. Going to be very interesting to see. And Everton, wow, they're on the bounce as well. That's going to be an interesting game, isn't it, between Wolves and Everton?
Yeah, I think Everton played much better this week. Wolves, I don't know, they look a bit of a rabble at the moment. So yeah, it's really important them going back home to try and get some points.
Nice to see. Leeds will definitely want to bounce back after their obviously performance, and these are the Sunday's games. So that's obviously the first game on Sunday, which will be straight after one of our races, which is great. So that's going to be good to see. But playing Newcastle, who, they need a result, don't they? They definitely need a result now.
Yeah, Leeds at home, they're a tough team to beat. I know I talked them up a bit last week. That I thought they would put in a good performance, and they dished up absolute rubbish. If they dish up anything like that again, I think Newcastle will be far too strong for them, I think.
I see that. Brighton and Man City can be a bogey team for Man City, this team. Brighton not had the best of starts, but could be a bit of a surprise for City. But City will definitely want to bounce back, and I think will be all in force away from home as well.
Yeah, not an easy place to go to and get the 3 points. So City are going to have their work cut out for them. Expect Pep to make a few changes from their loss on the weekend. So see what happens.
And Forest and West Ham. You signed all these players. Are they going to get results now?
Yeah, I don't know where to go to with West Ham. To be honest, they've been bitterly disappointing. Forest on the other hand, I think they've been pretty impressive so far. So yeah, West Ham's going to have their work cut out this week. Be interesting to see how this game plays out.
And probably the biggest game of the season already, Liverpool going against Arsenal.
Yeah, these are the 6-point games, aren't they? That decide titles. These are the ones you need to get the results in. So both teams will be coming in knowing that. Should be in for a ripper, I reckon.
Yeah, it's a good tester, isn't it? United, they said, was a bit of a tester for us, but the Champions is going to be a tester, and especially how Liverpool have played. They're going to be a little bit worried, I think, going into this game. But Anfield is a fortress, as we know.
Yeah, absolutely. They'll be disappointed with the way they performed this morning, I think. So, I expect a bit more fire coming out of Liverpool into this next one.
There we have it. We'll go over to predictions very, very soon. But Hoosie, give us a little bit of a week update on how we all got on.
So, at the moment, SJ has run away with the correct tipping last week. He also got a bonus point for this week for a correct score prediction.
Did I? What did I get right?
You got the correct score prediction on where is it? I wrote it right there. Palace Forest game. You got the draw correct.
Hey!
Hey, did I get one as well for the Fulham United game?
Yeah, you put Fulham United
1-1.
You put 1-0.
1-0? I thought I did draw, no?
No.
Oh, no. Wow.
Who's the Don? Who's the Don?
I'm at the moment riding these out.
Oh, I'm loving that. So how many did I get right?
You got 5. You got 5 right, and then you got 6 points because you got the fucking 1 extra point for correct score.
Nice.
I'm needing.
Well,
me and Eshkar are drawing on 4.
Are you keeping it on a spreadsheet?
Yeah.
All right. Sweet. Cool. All right. So
Nishka's heart's like, for fuck's sake.
damn, if I did put that if I did put that draw, I would have had 6 as well. Wow.
Yeah, you can say that. Yeah. Is that right? I'm just going to guess. That I'm very good at my football teams, right? That T-shirt, that jumper you wear, is that Ninja Gurdon?
That's Hajduk Split.
Croatian
League.
I know who they are. Yeah, I know who they are. Why?
Why?
Yeah.
So my stepfather is Croatian, and the nearest sort of like town for where his family and that are from is Hajduk Split. So.
I can see you've got a bit of a Croatian on you, all that beard.
Well, I don't have any Croatian on me, so
all
it's
right.
all disguise.
All right, we've previewed match week 3. Let's go to some predictions. Right, are you ready to type away?
No.
How long we got?
Give me a minute.
All right, a minute. Let's talk about the biggest game of the week, the Showdown. That is obviously our next topic after previewing match week 3. Liverpool and Arsenal. This is gonna, like we've already spoken about this. This is gonna be a game and a half, isn't it? You know, we watch along. We'll be there. Don't worry about that. We will be there. Maybe we have to get a commentator for the 2 race because I think it's early. I think it's the early kickoff.
No, it's 11:30.
Nah, it's 11:30. It's late.
Late one.
That's not late.
Yeah, it is.
11:30 is not late.
On a Sunday, it is.
That's 3:30 for you, mate.
Hang on, let me have a look. Oh, is it? Yeah, am I looking at UK times?
Probably.
Yeah.
Hang on, let me have a look.
I'm also ready for.
Sorry.
It's 11:30 mine and Hughes' time. So
we've also got the Carabao Cup as well, by the way. That's starting up. EFL Cup. That's up first.
Mickey Mouse Cup.
Yeah. I'm just looking now. Sorry. Yeah, it's 3:30. Yeah, so I don't need a commentator on that. So yeah, we do have the Carabao Cup coming up as well, which is a few games. We'll just we'll go over that now quickly before we then do go over predictions. As Hoosie has brought it up. Thank you very much. September.
Are we sure?
Yeah, it starts
next week, 3rd of
starts
September.
Starts the no. It starts. Hang on, I'm just looking on my phone.
Here we go.
27th of August.
Here we go.
Yep. Here we
Today.
go. Yeah. So Wolves and West Ham, 2 Premier League teams at it, which is going to be interesting. Obviously, we won't see any of the big teams going into the Carabao Cup because they don't go into it until at least round 3, I think it is, or round 4. So they get fast tracked. You've got some big games there. You've got Bournemouth and Brentford. So you've got 2 Premier League teams and then another 2 Premier League teams going at it. Burnley playing Derby. And then you've then got Norwich playing Southampton. That'll be a good one. Wrexham, they're playing Preston. Stoke playing Bradford. Sunderland playing Huddersfield Town. Wigan playing Stockport. Leeds versus Sheffield Wednesday away.
Huge.
Everton playing Mansfield. Fulham playing Bristol. Oxford playing Brighton. And you would never thought you would see Man United in this, but you do because they finished so poorly last season in the Premier League. They're playing Grimsby Town away.
It's good to see no big teams playing just yet.
Nope. yeah, that just tells you, doesn't it, that they're not a big team anymore. Wow. We've never have. I don't think that I ever have thought that we would have said that Man United are not a big team anymore.
Even Tottenham's not on here.
No, they won. Yeah. Well, I'm not going to go into that too much. But yeah, that's the Carabao Cup. So feel free to tune in on. It's tomorrow. Basically, it starts tomorrow. So feel free to tune in for that. Right. Are you ready now, Hoosie?
Sure are.
Let's go over back to the Premier League and get our predictions in. So, Nishka, fire away.
So got,
Chelsea Fulham.
I'm going to go Chelsea 2-0.
SJ.
Draw 2-2.
Oh. And I'm going to go 3-0 Chelsea. United Burnley. Nishka.
2-1 United.
Oh, God. SJ.
3-0 United.
I'm going 1-1 draw.
I like how he done that. I like it.
I was tempted. I was tempted. I was tempted. Yeah, I was tempted to go 1-1.
Sunderland Brentford. SJ.
2-1 Sunderland.
Ooh.
I think they'll be strong at Stadium Light.
Nishka.
I'm going 2-1 Brentford.
Mix it up a bit, eh?
2-2 draw. That's what I reckon that will be. Spurs Bournemouth. I reckon it's going to be a 3-0 Spurs. SJ.
1-1.
Nishka.
2-1 Spurs.
Nishka, go again. Wolves Everton.
1-1.
SJ.
2-1 Everton.
I feel Wolves are going to come back firing, and after a poor start, I'm going to go 1-0 Wolves.
Really, you don't think with Grealish's performance against Brighton?
I think Wolves need a turnaround already for the start of the season, so I do reckon Wolves will come out firing. And it is at Wolves' home ground. So Leeds, Newcastle. I'm going 2-0 Leeds. SJ.
It's a tough one, isn't it? Because we can't read a crystal ball at the moment. We don't know if Isak's going to play or not. How long are they going to leave that for? Gordon's out. Still strong, though. Still. Oh, it's tough. This is a tough one because
What
Leeds
are
are
you
going to want to bounce back.
Nishka.
1-1 for me.
I've got 2-1 Leeds.
2-1 Leeds.
I'm not confident on that either.
Brighton City. Nishka.
I'm gonna go City 3-0.
Oh. I'm going to go in the same park and go 2-0 City. Watch us both be wrong and Brighton win, but SJ?
Amex Stadium. Tough place to go. Loads of seagulls shitting on you.
Stealing your chips.
Yeah. Give us a chip. I like that. I like that analogy. I'm going to go 3-2 City.
3-2.
Yeah. I got it right last week, so don't count me out, mate. Don't count me out. I get one right this week.
Forest West Ham. Nishka.
Mm.
Do you need a minute to think?
Nah, I'm gonna go Forest. Forest 2-1.
SJ?
3-1 Forest.
I'm going to go 1-0 Forest.
West Ham are shite at the moment. I think Potter's got one more game to go.
So I'm going to skip the Arsenal Liverpool game and have it last. Villa Palace. SJ?
Palace are the stronger team at the moment. Villa, I don't know where their goals are going to come from. Watkins just looks a rabbit in the headlights. I don't know if Rodgers is even going to be there till the end of the transfer market. I'm going to go Palace 2-0.
Nishka?
Villa 3-1.
And I'm going a 1-1 draw. Now, the match of the week. Arsenal Liverpool at the Anfield. Well, you never walk alone, apparently. We'll go SJ first.
No!
Yeah, you're first. You're first.
No.
Yep, you're first. He dominated it.
I'll tell you, I'm just going to have a little bit of a chat about it. I think Liverpool's defence is cagey. Does not look good. Arsenal have had some significant injuries. Anfield's a fortress. And every time we play at Liverpool, it's either a high-scoring game or a draw. And Arsenal's performance at Leeds is good motivation within 2-2. I'm going to go 2-1 Arsenal. But I think that's fucking wrong. Can I have another go? I don't know. I really don't. I'm either going to go draw or I'm going to win. But as I'm wearing an Arsenal shirt and I love my team and I feel that we can score and I feel that at the moment, the way we're playing, we look the better team than Liverpool at the moment. I'm going to go 2-1.
Nishka?
I'm going to go 2-2.
Oh, fuck's sake, you stole mine. I'm the same. 2-2.
I think it's going to be 2-2.
Who's he, mate? Where is your passion?
Because of our defence.
Yeah. And then of our
I have
injuries.
passion.
Yeah.
I'm just being realistic.
We're
There we
taking
go.
bias out of it, SJ. We're just not biased.
I'm not biased. I'm never going to probably say that Tottenham are ever going to win a game. So I'm always going to get that wrong, even though they probably will.
There we go.
They call that bias.
If you drive for McLaren, it's biased. Come on.
Hey.
All right, guys. Fantastic. So we're going to continue, obviously, the predictions for next week. You won't be seeing us on Friday. We did this earlier, as it's been a very busy week. It's been a great week of football. Carabao Cup is starting up as well, so a lot of football to go on. It's been a very, very good week for a few teams and a very, very bad week for a few teams as well. Can Man United bounce back? Are we going to see Cisco start? Can Liverpool fix their defence before the transfer market ends? Will Chelsea buy any more bloody players? What is going to happen with Man City? And do Arsenal have a massive opportunity this season of winning the title? who's going to get relegated? It's still very early days. But yeah, that is it of episode number 2. Anything from you guys before we wrap it up?
Yeah, I got one thing. Seems I'm going to be at work for it. Nishka, up the Arsenal.
We'll give it up your Arsenal.
Anything from you, Nishka? Anything you want to see in the transfer market in the closing stages?
I'd like to see us sign a defender. That's what I would like.
Okay. And Hoosie, what do you want to see from the transfer market, from any club or us in general?
I'd like to see us sign a winger. That would be nice.
Mm.
A natural winger, not these makeshift wingers that are around at the moment. A natural winger. But yeah, I reckon Liverpool definitely need a defender. All Man City to fix their midfield.
Awesome.
Fix
All right.
their midfield. Fix their midfield. They got about 8 of the blokes.
They got to fix it.
Yeah.
That was horrendous.
All right, well, next time you'll see us, guys, will be the watch-along, Nishka, where you'll be wearing your lovely Liverpool shirt and I'll be wearing another different Arsenal shirt. So, and hopefully Husey will be joining us, and hopefully
No.
Keeper will be joining us.
I won't be. I'll be asleep at work.
Sleep at work. I will definitely be. We'll definitely be doing a watch-along on that again. But yeah, tune in for the watch-along. Thank you very much for tuning in on Off the Post. Take care. Good night.
Oh, God.